Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to another JD channel video. Today we have an interesting video where I'm going over the item I bought recently. This is a Note S20 Ultra. This is the outgoing model of the Note series. I don't believe that there is going to be one that's coming out. I mean, they're going to have an announcement soon, but I've heard rumors that they weren't going to have one. So if you don't already have it, this is one that I would recommend. I am replacing my S20 FE, which is a great economy phone. The only thing is, has a lot of features that this doesn't have. I just finished charging this, so I'll go over again what's in the box, as well as my decision of why I changed it. So stay tuned and hopefully you enjoy this nice new bronze phone. So if you missed my previous video, this is the phone I'm replacing. This actually came out after the Note S20 Ultra. However, the FE, even though it is a great phone, has a lot of features that most of your smartphones don't have, like the great cameras in the back, as well as the 120 Hz refresh and the 4300 mAh battery. It does lack things like RAM. So let me go over what this phone that's replacing it has, because even though it's an older phone, it might be a good option for you, especially if you've been kind of looking for a while like I have. I was looking at the S21, but I'll tell you why I didn't choose that. That's an easy one. So this phone next to my remote is the Note S20 Ultra. Let's power it on for the first time. It's going to go into that setup mode. Let's see. Power it on. Come on. Yeah. See? Note S20 Ultra 5G. Such a big set of words. Let me zoom in on that. Now I gotta admit, I wanted to get the unlocked variant of this, but I've heard that if you don't get the T-Mobile version, or you don't have the T-Mobile firmware, you miss things like messaging is funky, as well as it doesn't really gel well with the T-Mobile network. Start this up. I'm going to put in all the information to load it up. Alright, I put in my Wi-Fi info. Now it's going to get it ready. It doesn't have the SIM card in it yet. I'm going to wait to put everything all the way in before I have my, because I don't have my case or my screen protector. This is not a jump on demand lease, so gotta be careful with this because I'm actually buying this. I'm going to own this. And I didn't opt for the insurance because pretty much, I mean, it's an older phone. It's coming out. It has the features I want, and I was going to buy it free and clear. So that also made me decide, obviously, okay, if I break it, then obviously I should have the money to go buy a new one without insurance. Kind of sucks, so I didn't opt for insurance. Plus, I wish that this was black. This is bronze. I mean, it's not bad. Just maybe not color for me. I got a black case, though. So this is the first time I'm actually using Smart Switch because I actually have two Samsung devices at the same time. I've gone from OnePlus to Samsung to OnePlus to Samsung, so this time it's Samsung to Samsung. So we're going to connect the Note 20 Ultra to the S20 FE, and now it's going to send the things. Now right now the data is copying over from the FE to the Ultra. Let me just show right here, just make sure. So you see it's all transferring over. Just make sure on here. Alright, as that's loading, let's go over some details on that phone. Just because I have it in the background. So the Note S20 Ultra, which comes in this box, if y'all wondering, has a lot of features since it is the flagship. This one has the... So both phones are 128 gigabytes each, which, I mean, seems like it's the base now for a lot of the higher end Samsung devices. You do have an option to get 512 on the Note 20 Ultra, though of course in my case I don't really need it because unlike the S21, you have expandability on both of these S20 models. The new S21s do not have the expandable SD card. This phone, the Note 20 Ultra, does have the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 865 Plus processor, but compared to my S20 FE, it does not only have 6 gigs of RAM, it has 12 gigs of RAM. That was the biggest difference, besides the 4500 mAh battery. The other one I believe has 43. Don't remember off the top of my head. It might be 45 also. Oh well, and it's a small thing. But also the biggest difference is obviously it has a bigger screen, has the S Pen, which is the traditional item of the Note series, which I'm guessing since these didn't sell that much, the Notes, that might not be another reason why they're just opting for the S21 Ultra this year, and they might not have the Note 20. Let's see. Oh, it's asking me to add a Samsung account. I'll add that in a little bit. The other difference is it has, of course, is the cameras. The cameras on the S20 FE can record up to 4K, and the Note 20 Ultra, I believe, can go 8K. Let me just confirm this with a little bit of details here, but I believe we can go up to 8K on this. Why you'd want to? Who knows? Let's go to GSM Galaxy. So this variant has the 12 gigs of RAM, as I stated earlier, as well as it does have a 108 megapixel camera, a 6.9 inch screen, and then let's confirm the details with the camera. So the camera, it heard, and yes, it can record 8K up to 24 frames per second. For 4K, you could record 30 or 60 frames per second, which is nice because this camera that I'm filming with right now actually goes only to 1080p. It's not a problem, but I mean, it's crazy what phones can do. The front, the selfie cam, is 10 megapixels. It has a few lenses, as well as it can also shoot video at 4K at 30 or 60 frames per second, or 1080p at 30 or at 30 frames per second. Yeah, I guess only 30. Oh, that's interesting. And of course, both phones do not have a 3.5mm jack. Both are Bluetooth 5.0. Both use USB-C. And a very important part on both of them, they do support fast charging. And fast charging, though, on these phones is set at 25 watts. Which the newer phones, I mean the OnePlus could go 65 watts, but it is crazy that it'll go that fast. But I don't need it to charge that fast, even though I know it's incredibly fast with the OnePlus. Yeah, an hour is fine with the Samsung variant. One thing you'll also notice in the boxes, which I'll show right here. You open this up. The newer boxes on the S21s, which this is obviously a Note 20, it's different. The Note 20 has a charging cube, whereas the S21 variant only has the USB-C to USB-C cable. And unlike the other ones that are USB-A to USB-C, you can't really just plug it into a computer. You gotta get the cube or something you could plug in USB-C. So a lot of complaints online are, especially for people who've never tried a Samsung, they're like, how do I charge it, or what do I charge it in? So they either gotta buy the cube, which spends more money, or pretty much they're turned off with the whole experience. What sucks about it is that a lot of people who are not, technologically, advanced in things, then they'll worry about it, and they'll be like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, or they freak out about it. It has a faster processor in the S21, but not having those items, I mean, you are saving a little bit of money on the phone, but geez, where can you go? And I mean, the S21 Ultra costs as much as this, so it's faster, but this seems like more for your money. Expandability, nice fit and finish. You get a charging cube, SD card. How could you go wrong, right? So you can see in my hand that both phones fit, and the S20, the Note 20 Ultra is slightly bigger. And it's it's nice that it's bigger. I mean, the fit and finish, it's not plastic bodied. Not that I had a problem with this phone, but what really got me is the RAM. The RAM and the way it processes things. The processors are the same, but the RAM being doubled made the big difference of the fact that this is maybe $400 more. It made me opt for it, and I didn't lease it like I did this. This is jump on demand, where you could change every month, once a month. This is actually a purchase. The reason is because if I wanted to do this for an 18-month lease, this phone would be ridiculously expensive up front. This would have a $500 down payment and then monthly of roughly the same as this phone. So to keep initial costs down, I did the regular jump on this. Maybe I'll regret it later, but the way it looks, Samsung's not being expandable kind of turned me off on the newer ones. We'll see how long I keep this. And with that, I thank you for tuning into another JD channel video. I'm sorry for the quality. I've been having some trouble with the mic. But since I already filmed the video, I decided to publish it. Hopefully this video kind of tells you why I decided to upgrade from the S20 FE to the S20 Ultra. I mean, there are an array of reasons. It was a few more bucks a month than the S20 FE. And after the updates, pretty much it pushed the cards to upgrade because there were so many limitations it had that it was compromising quality and just usage of the phone. Thank you for tuning in, and take care. Have a wonderful day.